Denial. People don't come back dead, that's what I told myself as I stood at window, as I stared into dark, as I saw him standing, still, watching, looking. Straight up, 12 years ago, he died. Car accident. That's what they said. Quick, clean, tragic, closed casket. I was 7, still innocent, too young to understand. Everything, old enough to remember coffin, the funeral, my mom sobbing, the smell of funeral lila, the silence that came after. I remember mom boxing clothes. Dad slipping whiskey into coffee, the way people spoke past tense. Ethan was a great boy, he used to draw. He had bright smile. They said it. So often I started to believe it. He was gone, forever gone. No one comes back. Right? Until last night. It was around 1:30 a.m. I couldn't sleep, wind howling. My window latch kept rattling. I got up to fix, and that's when I saw someone in backyard, still watching, right beneath our old oak where we used to play. Same jacket, same posture, still, even the same smirk. Ethan smirk. My breath caught, blinked twice, gone. I ran downstairs, outside, fast, through open door, empty yard, no footprints, no shadow, silence. Just darkness and sinking chest feeling. That weight when logic cracks. Told mom next morning. Hesitant, she didn't laugh, didn't deny, just stared at her coffee. You didn't see him, denial. You saw a memory. A memory doesn't wear his jacket. A memory doesn't look older. A memory doesn't smirk back. So now I'm searching attic, digging through boxes, old photos, trying to find some answers, and I just found one. A Polaroid, no label, faded, Ethan, standing by the tree, but the swing was missing. That swing came down 3 years ago. That photo shouldn't even exist. So what if he didn't die that day in crash? What if that grave's empty? Or worse, not his? I know is this. Last night I saw Ethan, 12 years older, but same look, same quiet presence. Same brother I buried once. If he's alive, why hide? If he's back, what now? They said he died young. But if that's really true, who was standing outside, watching? Denial. Ethan used to draw shadows, not trees or houses like normal kids. Not animals or stickmen, shadows, dark ones. Always. In corners. Always near doors. Mom called it imagination. Dead. Sighed. It's just a phase. But I knew better. Even back then, because his shadows moved Dot when he was 9. He drew a picture of our house from the backyard, but there was something off. A shadow in the upstairs window, tall, watching. He showed it to Mom, proud. She smiled tight and said, "Maybe draw something happier next." That night she burned it. In the kitchen sink. The crash happened on Thursday. Rainy, cold, too quiet. They said the brakes had failed. The car flipped near creek. Ethan went with Dad to pick up lumber. Only. Dad came back. Cracked rib, broken wrist, bloodshot eyes. Ethan didn't come back at all. No open casket. No goodbye. Just a sealed box, dirt. I was 7, too young to understand everything. Old enough to remember coffin, the smell of Lela, the way people spoke past tense. Ethan was a great boy. He used to draw. He had bright smile. He said it so often, I started to believe it. He was gone. Everyone said, but I never believed them. 12 years later, still waiting. Not for answers for Ethan, Mom won't say his name anymore. Dad stays busy with repairs. He fixed fence 5 times. Even though it wasn't broken. And me, I stayed here. Part of me still believed. For that night, I dug. Old journals, drawings, attic boxes. Mom threw most things away. Up in the attic, dust, light flickering, mildew, and memory. Far corner, wooden chest. Ethan's initials carved Deepa. Inside, sketchbooks. Not one, 12, tied tight with old belt. Someone hid them but carefully. Cross-legged, I opened the first. Page after page. Shadows. Some with blurred faces. Some with no eyes. One familiar. Tall, wearing Ethan's hoodie. Scribbled. Face, standing under the oak. Next to him, fine pencil sketch. Me, older, same hoodie. Same. Backyard, he drew me seeing. Him, before I ever did. And shaking. Mouth dry. Back. Cover. Note in his handwriting. If you find this denial, he's not gone. But not the same. If you see him, don't follow. My heart punched ribs hard. Then I heard knocking soft slow. Window, not door. Like fingernails. Ran to attic window. Pulled. Curtain fast. Nothing there. Just swing, moving slowly in breeze. Didn't sleep that night. Kept. Book beside my bed. Doors. Locked, ceiling watching me think. What did not the same mean? Was Ethan alive? Or something else entirely? Next morning I asked Mom, "Why did you hide these?" No surprise. She whispered. He used to scream nightly. Said someone was drawing him. Drawing? I asked. Not chasing, she said. Drawing. What does that mean? I don't know. After crash, I'd burned everything. Didn't want you going down that path. What path? The one where you believe he's not really gone? Her voice cracked on gone, but I already believed it. The more I read, clear it became he disappeared. Not died, left behind warnings. Pages like breadcrumbs, clues. At the center, that figure. No face. No voice. Always. Watching, now in my dreams. Last night I dreamt this. Backyard, wind, swing moving, quiet. Voice behind me. You weren't supposed to find this, denial. Turned, Ethan, same face, older. Eyes hollow. Not like before. I asked. Why are you here? He didn't answer. Just pointed. At house. At attic. Whispered. Under. Woke up gasping. Rushed up. Moved chest. Pulled floorboard underneath. There it was. Another sketchbook. Older. Different. One word carved in cover. Mirror. Denial. The new sketchbook felt colder. Heavier than the others somehow. Like it was hiding something ancient. I opened it slowly. Inside. Drawings less frantic than Ethan's. More controlled. More dangerous almost. The first page our old house, but cracked. Windows broken. Door open. Next page our family dinner table. Chairs empty. Plates untouched. Then I found something worse. A picture of Mom, younger. Face half gone, scribbled out violently. Below it, she always knew. That phrase again. Knew what? About Ethan? About the figure? Or both? One page showed me asleep. Again, but this time someone stood behind my bedroom door, hand pressed flat against it, in the corner written faintly. He never left. He's still inside the walls. I slammed the book shut. My hands wouldn't stop shaking. I asked Mom again, "What aren't you telling me?" She didn't respond at first. Then quietly, "There's something in this family, denial. It doesn't leave. It chooses." What chooses? The thing Ethan saw? I pressed her harder. Who was he drawing? Her voice dropped lower. Walter Parrish. The janitor? No, she whispered. The man before him. My head spun. Wait, what are you? She cut me off. He's not a man. He's a mirror. A mirror? He reflects what you fear. So why Ethan? Because Ethan drew it. He gave it form. That night I returned upstairs. Set the mirror book down. Turned on every light possible. Tried to convince myself again. This is grief, guilt, imagination? Then my phone vibrated. Unknown number. One photo. It was me sleeping. Same hoodie. Same pose. From the dream. From drawing. And in the corner, the figure. Same height. Same black scribble where face should be. Caption. Open the door, denial. I jumped from my bed. Ran to check the door. Locked. Still locked. But on the floor, another page from the sketchbook. I hadn't drawn it. Neither had Ethan. It was new. In it, I stood outside. Same backyard. Same moonlight. But the house behind me. On fire? And above the flames. Ethan, or something like him. Smiling. No eyes. Hands outstretched like he's calling. Caption. Come home, brother. It's your turn now. I didn't sleep again. Didn't eat. Couldn't think straight. By morning, Mom was gone. No note. No call. Her car still in driveway. But her closet. Empty. And taped to the mirror. A final sketch. Me in the attic. Looking into the mirror. And the reflection wasn't mine. It was his. Denial. I turned heart and throat. Ethan stood behind the desk. Same clothes. Same small smile. But something was wrong, off. He looked older. Worn out. Eyes dark. Skin pale. You drew it open. He said, voice too calm. Now it can pass. I backed toward the stairs. He didn't follow. Just stared. What do you mean? The drawing was the door. It needed your handprint. I ran downstairs. Book in. Hand. Tried burning it again. Lighter fluid match, still nothing. Fluid match, still nothing. Ethan's voice echoed from above. It's not paper anymore. It's a part of us. I grabbed car keys. Drove. Didn't know where. Just away. Ended up in town cemetery. That's when I saw him. Mr. Parrish, from old photo. Same coat, same silver hair. But he didn't look aged. Not a wrinkle changed. He was waiting, smiling. You've drawn well, Denial. He said, better than Ethan? I demanded answers. He laughed. I'm just the keeper. The shape chooses who draws. The figure is eternal. He said, but the artists? They fade when no longer useful. I backed away slowly. His smile widened, eyes gleamed. Go home, he said. You still have work. When I returned, sketchbook gone. Room cold, everything undisturbed except mirror. A crack ran through it. And on my bed. Another drawing, fresh, still wet. This time, not me. It was Ethan alone. Sitting in a burning room. Crying, holding a blank page. Caption. He never wanted this. I whispered into the dark. Then help me end it. Wind rushed through the window. Pages of the book flipped. The first drawing appeared again. Our house. The backyard, Ethan. And the figure beside him. I placed my hand over the sketch. Whispered, no more doors? And for the first time, the page turned black. Ink bled outward like water. Dripped onto floor. Then silence. The next morning, Mom returned. She didn't ask questions. Just hugged me like she knew. No one mentioned Ethan again. Not for weeks. Not aloud. But in my room, every night before bed I hear it. Paper rustling. Pencil scratching. And when I check drawer, the sketchbook is always open. Another page filled. Another warning. Another door. Waiting. Denial. I thought it was over. That the sketchbook had ended. But the real drawing began after the ink turned black. That night I dreamed again. Not of Ethan, not him, but of myself. Older. Standing in a burned house. Holding a mirror. My face. Not mine, but his. The figure. The faceless one. It had taken my place. I woke screaming, sweating hard. On the wall above bed, new sketch. Not there before. Me, but not me. Wearing the figure's coat. And in my hand another book. Caption read, "When you finish the book, you become the next." I went back to cemetery, where we buried Ethan, except the grave was gone. Tombstone cracked. Earth dug up. No body, no box, just dirt and a paper. A single drawing remained inside. The old house again. But this time, door open. Inside the house, Grandpa. I never met him. Only heard stories. But there, he was sitting and sketching. Caption, he was the first. I brought it home. Laid it beside Ethan's sketchbook. Both books began to hum. A low sound like breathing. Pages flipping on their own. They stopped on the same page. A spiral staircase, deep, endless. Shadowed man at the bottom. That same shape. Same hands. But this time he spoke. Finished the last story, denial. Then came the biggest twist. I found a third sketchbook. Not mine, not Ethan's. It was Mom's. Buried beneath the floorboards. Labeled Sarah -1989. Inside drawings of Elijah. Same scenes. Same shadows. Same man with no face. Mom had drawn it too. She was the first. That's why she burned Ethan's. That's why she was terrified. She knew how it ends. The final drawing in hers. Me holding the book. Fire behind me. Figure ahead. And next to it, the last one decides. I had a choice. Burn it or draw again. Erase the story. Or continue. I picked up my pencil, and on the back cover, I drew a door closed. And above it, no more stories. Everything went still. Books stopped humming. Shadows retreated. The sketchbook burst into flames. No lighter. No match. Just ash, then nothing. For the first time, silence. Real silence, peaceful, whole. Until, from under my bed, a whisper. One page always survives. Denial. The house felt lighter afterward, but not quiet, not peaceful. The silence had weight again, this time filled with truth. I found Mom in kitchen, hands wrapped around cold mug, staring out the window, blank. I sat beside her slowly, put the burned sketchbook down. She didn't flinch, just sighed. I told your father once. He didn't believe me either. About Elijah? About everything. She turned, tears brimming eyes. I saw it, denial. I drew it too. She reached behind the fridge, pulled out something wrapped tightly. Another sketchbook, faded and soft. Inside were drawings I knew. Ethan, the staircase, the figure, but then something new. A picture of her alone, pregnant, crying near Elijah's grave. Caption, it follows through blood. She whispered, when I had you, I knew it might return. I prayed it wouldn't find you. I asked why she hid it. Why she didn't warn Ethan. Her answer cut deep, because I thought silence could protect. But secrets always echo louder. We cried together for hours. Not loud sobs, not rage, just quiet grief for truth. She told me stories about Elijah, how gifted he was, how he drew dreams before they happened, and nightmares that came true. He vanished drawing the door. Same spiral Ethan sketched. Same staircase I dreamt. I think it feeds on unspoken pain, she said. On children who feel alone. We drove to Ethan's grave. No words, just flowers and silence. And for the first time, the ground was untouched again. No cracks, no sketches, just peace. As if truth finally laid him to rest. When we returned, I cleaned, removed every sketch off walls, locked away the pencils, charcoal, burned the ashes once more. But one thing I kept, Mom's last drawing. A family portrait, all of us, holding hands, smiling, whole. No shadows, no figure, just light behind us. Caption read, if we remember him with love, he never really left. Denial. Life didn't snap back instantly. Not curses, Not drawings? She even found his recordings. Silly videos, robot voices. One clip made her cry. Ethan dancing with a cape, pretending he could fly. I play it on loop. He's still that hero to me. I went back to school. Harder now. Everything feels louder. People stare like I'm fragile. But Miss Weller sees me. She knows what I survived. What Ethan tried to protect. She gave me a journal. Blank pages. No sketches inside. Just a note in front. Write your own ending now. I try one sentence daily. Sometimes just one word. But they're mine. My voice. No more faceless figures. No more silent warnings. Last week I found something. Taped behind Ethan's old desk. A torn notebook corner. Just a heart drawn small. Inside it? Still here, always. Denial, voice softer now. If you're listening to this, maybe you've lost someone too. Not just to death, but mystery. That silence hurts in waves. And worse, no one understands it. But I promise you this. Love outlives unanswered questions. And memory is stronger than fear. I still visit the backyard. Where he disappeared? Where he stood. I bring my journal there. Write a little. Close my eyes. And sometimes, just sometimes, I swear I hear him. Not words. Just wind and warmth. A whisper I don't fear. Because Ethan was never gone. Not really. He was always here, waiting for us to see. And now, we do. Denial, narrating, calm and emotional. If you've made it here, thank you for listening today. You didn't just hear a story. You felt it, lived it. Maybe you've been there too. In the silence, the ache, the waiting without real answers. Maybe you've lost someone too. To mystery, to time, to something no one explains. This story was mine, but if it spoke to you, it's yours now too. So please do one thing today. Like this video right now. It helps others find it. Someone who needs this truth. Comment below your thoughts, feelings. Tell us your story too. You are not alone here. And subscribe for what's next. Because we're not done yet. These stories run in blood. And sometimes they come back. Next episode? A forgotten photo album. A girl missing since 1997. And a message hidden inside. One that says, he's still watching. Behind the glass.